Welcome to the virtual public hearing for bicycle use on the state highway system, presented by the Texas Department of Transportation Dallas District. We appreciate your interest in this program and welcome each of you. Please note that this presentation can be paused at any point to allow you more time to review the slides. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, along with our commitment to protecting public health, TxDOT is conducting this virtual public hearing to minimize in-person contact. This presentation will cover the same information that the Dallas District would have shared at a live hearing. However, the comment process will be different, and that will be explained shortly. All project information and supplemental materials can be found on the project website. The purpose of this public hearing is to provide information on transportation projects that might affect bicycle use, plans, policies, and programs for the TxDOT Dallas District and NCTcog, and to receive public comment, as well as provide a general overview of the guidelines the TxDOT Dallas District follows when identifying the need for bicycle facilities along a state highway. This public hearing is being held in compliance with both federal and state laws, which are listed on this slide. Following the end of the public comment period that ends May 21, 2021, the department will proceed with the preparation of the final public hearing summary report. Your statements and comments will be addressed in this documentation and will be given full consideration in moving forward in developing, planning, and programming of our bicycle projects. The public hearing summary report and comment response form will be posted to the Dallas Bicycle Program website once they are prepared. Connectivity is an important aspect of the planning, development, and construction of effective bicycle routes. The district works with NCTcog and local entities, such as cities and counties, to identify bicycle and pedestrian projects that improve safety and connectivity between current and planned regional transportation networks. TxDOT relies on guidelines and standards that are outlined in the TxDOT Roadway Design Manual, the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials, or AASHTO, Bicycle and Pedestrian Design Guides, and the Texas Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, as the primary resources for planning, designing, and operating bicycle and pedestrian facilities. The National Association of City Transportation Officials, or NACTO, Urban Bikeway Design Guide builds upon the flexibilities provided in the AASHTO guidelines to provide additional recommendations to help communities plan and design safe and convenient accommodations for pedestrians and bicyclists. FHWA supports the use of these resources to further develop non-motorized transportation networks, particularly in urban areas. TxDOT also recently updated its design guidelines, which it released in an April 2021 memo entitled Bicycle Accommodation Design Guidance. This memo outlines guidelines for bicycle and pedestrian accommodations to be taken into consideration during transportation project planning moving forward. As stated in the memo, for all types of projects within an urban core, suburban, and rural town setting, TxDOT will provide the recommended bicycle accommodations based on traffic volumes and posted speed limits, as determined by the graph shown on the next slide. Pedestrian accommodations would be designed to meet Texas accessibility standards and Americans with Disabilities Act accessibility guidelines requirements. Bicycle accommodations for bridge projects would include a minimum 5-foot clear space from the adjacent motor vehicle travel lane, with additional separation for roadways identified on the Texas Bicycle Tourism Trails Example Network. This slide shows a graph depicting how the recommended bicycle facility is selected for the urban core, suburban, and rural town context. As you can see, the recommended accommodation includes additional separation between motorists and bicyclists as traffic volumes and speeds increase. For projects within rural areas, excluding rural towns where project scoping or environmental studies indicate the need for bicycle accommodations, TxDOT will provide the recommended bicycle accommodations based on traffic volumes and posted speed limits, as determined by the graph shown on the next slide. In some cases, including for roadways indicated in TxDOT's Bicycle Tourism Trail Study, an 8-foot wide shoulder, shared use path, or other locally preferred facility type may be provided. Bridge projects in rural areas would include the same facilities provided in urban areas. This slide shows a graph depicting how the recommended bicycle facility is selected for rural areas, excluding rural towns. As shown, shared lanes are recommended for roadways with low speed and low traffic volumes. As speed and traffic volumes increase, Increased shoulder widths are proposed to accommodate bicyclists. To learn more about TxDOT's bicycle and pedestrian program, please visit the website shown on this slide. This website provides information on the planning and design, funding opportunities, and various other resources about bicycle and pedestrian accommodations and safety, as required by the U.S. Department of Transportation and TxDOT policy. The next two slides show the Dallas District projects included in this public hearing. These projects are being funded, designed, and constructed in partnership with the City of Dallas. Both will be environmentally cleared once the public comment period ends and then can proceed to letting and construction. The City of Dallas Circuit Trail Connector Highline Trail is located in central Dallas. This project would include approximately 1 mile of bike lanes and shared use paths and will connect to the Katy Trail in 2 locations and run parallel to the Trinity Strand Trail. A 12-foot wide trail would be added into the raised median and connect to other sidewalk crossings along Highline Drive, and the travel lanes along Victory Avenue would be narrowed to accommodate bike lanes. Throughout the project area, intersection improvements, landscaping and irrigation, lighting, signs, and signal improvements, and lane striping would be implemented. A temporary construction easement will be required at the northwest corner of North Houston Street and Victory Avenue. No new right-of-way will be required. The Highline Trail project cost is approximately $18.8 million and uses federal and local funding. The project is anticipated to let in the summer of 2021, and construction will be complete in early 2023. The City of Dallas Union Bikeway is located in downtown Dallas. This project would include approximately half a mile of bike lanes and sidewalks between Houston Street and North Harwood Street at Woodall-Rogers Freeway, including along Nowitzki Way, Field Street, Ashland Street, and Harwood Street. The project will connect Clyde Warren Park to Houston Street, near where Katy Trail ends. Along Nowitzki Way, the eastbound outside travel lane would be converted for bicycle use to include 2 4.5-foot wide bike lanes, 1 in each direction. Along Field Street, the existing sidewalk would be widened to 8 feet. Along Ashland Street, the travel lanes would be narrowed and 2 4.5-foot wide bike lanes, 1 in each direction, would be added on the southbound side of the street. Along Harwood Street, the outside eastbound lane would be converted to 2 4.5-foot wide bike lanes, 1 in each direction. A temporary construction easement would be required along Field Street. No new right-of-way is required. The Union Bikeway project costs approximately $1 million and uses federal and local funding sources. The project is anticipated to let in the summer of 2021 and be completed in the summer of 2022. This slide identifies the personnel with the Dallas District whose responsibilities include ensuring successful planning, development, and construction of these bicycle and pedestrian facilities. There are several ways to submit your questions and comments regarding TxDOT's bicycle program and the projects presented in this presentation. You may go to www.keepitmovingdallas.com and fill out an online comment form, or print a comment form and email or mail it to Texas Department of Transportation, attention Miss Melissa Meyer, 4777 East Highway 80, Mesquite, Texas 75150, 6643. Or you may leave a voicemail message at 833-933-0441. All of your statements, comments, and questions will be given careful consideration during the preparation of the public hearing summary report. Furthermore, all information in regard to this public hearing will also be posted at www.keepitmovingdallas.com under Public Hearings/Meetings and the TxDOT website under Inside TxDOT Hearings and Meeting Schedule. Comments must be received or postmarked by Friday, May 21st, 2021 to be included in the official record. We sincerely appreciate your interest in the Dallas District Bicycle Program. Your questions, comments, and concerns will receive careful consideration. Thank you very much. This concludes the presentation, and the hearing is now adjourned.